I'm thinking about it. I'm getting very close. I'm getting very
At least take the
close.
towel out. At least take the towel out. Come on.
Yeah, maybe I will. Maybe I will. I am dangerously in on this team after 120 games of wanting to trade everyone, except for Steph, of course.
You've been hitting me all week about how you believe in this team. I've been cautiously optimistic, but a game like tonight, if they had won this game by a couple points, I'm sitting here and telling you, look, man, like AD didn't play, it didn't really matter. And I'm not telling you that the Warriors win this game regardless if AD was playing, but the way that they're playing basketball right now, you said your favorite brand of Warriors basketball since 2022. I just don't know how anybody can argue against that. I truly do not. And it starts with Trace going at the 5, and Trace I thought was just fine tonight. A couple big blocks, but man, are they finally humming on offense? Have they figured out how to shoot the ball? Has anyone other than Steph really figured out, and Clay really figured out how to shoot the basketball? And I think that part is where that makes me bullish on this team, because this team is always Steph save us, Steph save us. Steph didn't even play hard. Like Steph was chilling tonight, and the Warriors smoked the Lakers. It actually was never close. From about 6 minutes left in the first quarter, it was domination tonight.
That was my favorite part. The Lakers put a couple runs together where the November Warriors would have bent over. The December Warriors would have found a way to foul LeBron and send him to the line. But the April Warriors, they were able to take a punch and come back, which, we have to go back to spring of 2022, the last time this team could take a punch and not melt down. So, I mean, it's true. 26 threes. Draymond gets a lot of credit for the 5 in the first half. Wiggins is shooting the shit out of the ball. Like, all that stuff is true. But taking a bigger picture look at it, and I'm pulling this up here. This stat is from before this game. The Warriors are now 25-11 since kind of the end of January. Third best record in the West. I mean, they've kind of consistently been stacking up W's, and it hasn't always been pretty. And the identity of the team hasn't been as obvious as it's been in the past, but there's something to be said for they're going into the playoffs really hot. And dude, a lot of the West is fake, man. A lot of it is fake. Like I in some ways the NBA feels like baseball to me, where it's like, how like in baseball you can be the 86 win team, but you're playing good ball when it's playoff time and you have a chance to make a run. Sure. Whereas like traditionally in the NBA, that's not been a thing. It's kind of been, you gotta play a full year because you'll be figuring out in the playoffs. That's kind of how the NBA is starting to feel. Maybe last year was a precursor to what like the future of the NBA looks like, where Miami won 44 games. They went to the finals. The Lakers won 43 games. They went to the Western Conference Finals, but both those teams were humming down the stretch a little bit. Can the Warriors not be that type of team who, look, I don't think any of us are thrilled with a 46-win season. Like, I think we had higher aspirations than that, but like, they're playing like one of the best teams in the West right now. Why can't this be real? Why can't it?
I guess it depends how you define real. It depends. Are you saying that this is a team good enough to make a Western Conference Finals run? Is that kind of where you're going with this compared to the rest of the? Because I know you and I are aligned on the Nuggets. Everyone is. But are you saying they're good enough to beat the Mavs, to beat the Thunder, to beat the Timberwolves, to beat the? I mean, they got to get in first, right? So they may have to beat the Lakers in the play-in, then they might have to beat the Pelicans on the road, or the Kings on the road, the Suns on the road. Wow, Suns, what a mess. So is that what you're saying? You're saying you think that they get heated up, kind of like the D-backs, and they just make a run as long as they're in the tourney.
I think yeah, you get in hot and you see what happens the rest of the way. Yeah. Like, yes, I think Denver on paper is the best team, but look, man, even in 2016, the Warriors are the best team on paper. All it takes is a little luck to break your way, and next thing you know, that juggernaut doesn't look as good as they used to look.
Right. The only thing I'll push back on is the NBA. They will always have the 7-game series, and that's what makes it difficult. That's the only thing where it's like it feels like the Eastern Conference is going to be Boston for sure. For sure, we say that. But in a 7-game series, it looked like Giannis got hurt tonight, and Embiid. Who knows those guys? Man, what a mess tonight for those guys, huh? But in the West, it feels like if you're gonna make a run, I do think for the Warriors, they're peaking at the right time. But they're gonna have to play a lot of games. They're gonna have to play one or two playing games. Man, I hope it's one. It's looking like it might be one, Sam. I know we'll get to it. Looks like it might be one. Woo! But then they got to play a couple. They got to play a couple 7-round series, right? And that's what makes it hard. Is they got to go on the road. They got to go to Minnesota, let's say, for example. Then they got to go to Oklahoma City or something, and then they got to go to Denver.
I know you're not scared about Minnesota.
I think OKC is the one I'm really not scared about. I think we're kind of we have the same idea. The thing is, I'm a little more scared of Minnesota than you are. But OKC, I watched that team, and it's just like it feels like they play very good regular season basketball. That team doesn't look to me like we'll see in the playoffs what Shea is about. But anyway,
I'm just gonna put it this way. You guys can clip this right now. Neil, go ahead and clip this. The Warriors will not lose to the Minnesota Timberwolves without Draymond Green getting suspended for an entire calendar year. There's only two ways that series goes. They beat the Wolves or Draymond gets suspended for a year. There's a 0 chance Draymond, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson are going to lose to a Rudy Gobert team without the worst fucking meltdown on earth. And I'm not saying it's not going to happen. I'm not saying it's not going to happen, but I'm saying I could see them losing a lot of scenarios. I know how personal that one is.
Yeah. I want to see all these series. Honestly, I want to see all. By the way, the playback chat loves your optimism about these Warriors. I can't. When Draymond's making 5 threes in a row, you kind of can't go against.
I'm riding. That's how you know.
Doesn't feel like a team that's limping though, right? Like really, for an older team, 75 games into the season. Like, does Steph look great tonight? Chris Paul looked tired to you? Draymond looked tired to you? Clay looked tired to you?
Are they an older team? Okay, sorry, that's bullshit. Sorry, I was about to do like a pods trace. Like, actually, they're not that. Then now just full fits. Sorry.
No, you're gonna give me the Russillo. I've been listening to a lot of Simmons Russillo, and Russillo comes with the really are they? They're older, but they're not playing like it. They're not looking like it. They look spry.
Well, you take half the season off, you better look spry, right? So. I just want to say, if you're watching us on YouTube, hit the subscribe button, join in with us. And if you're watching on YouTube, hop over to playback. We're going to get to callers. I don't know, 5-10 minutes. Everyone's going to get their voice heard. We're going to have some fun tonight. So, let's bring it up. Let's bring up some standings. The Sacramento Kings lost tonight. The Warriors, I don't want to say they're in an advantageous position because they're still technically the 10 seed. But Sacramento Kings play the New Orleans Pelicans on Thursday.
Ooh.
The Phoenix Suns on Friday. Okay. Neither one of those teams have the ability to, tank or like throw out the, their version of the Guy Santos, Lester Quinones lineup. Like they gotta play for it for positioning reasons because neither of them have secured their seed yet. Neither of them have secured being not in the play-in. Right. So the Kings are going to get 2 teams with their best punch. And then the Warriors, they get the Blazers on Thursday, which is a gimme game.
Better be.
Which means they're going to be down in the first half. And then then they get the Pelicans on Friday.
Back to back.
Which is to say, they have a very realistic chance of getting out of the weekend in the 8th seed. Like if they can control their own destiny and get to the 8th seed.
Yes, there you go.
Which I wasn't really all that confident about coming into this game, but Kings lose a game, a couple things break your way, and that's really what's important here. They can because they absolutely want to get up to the 7-8.
Yeah, because then they'll get 2 shots. I mean, for more context, that means they'll get 2 shots, right? At at winning the first game you're in, losing the first game, winning the second, you're still in, right? As the 8th seed. And to be clear, the Warriors, let's say they win on Thursday against the Blazers, they got the tiebreaker against the Lakers. They do not, however, have the tiebreaker against the Kings. So they are a game behind the Kings, but they're technically 2, right? So they technically actually have to be 1 up on the Kings in order to get that 8 seed, depending on where the Kings end up going. Though they look like a mess right now. Man, that West is a mess. But to your point, these teams that the Kings, the Pelicans, the Suns are playing, they're not going to be tanking. There's none of that stuff going on. It feels like, to me, looking at that schedule, I mean, some of it's out of their hands right now. But that second end of a back-to-back Friday night against the Pelicans might be the decider.
I think we'll know. We'll know Friday night. Everyone has to play Sunday. Everyone has to take care of business Sunday. But we're gonna know Friday night. They gonna get there, or are we gonna know Warriors Lakers full strength matchup on?
What do you think Adam wants? What do you think a friend of the show Adam wants?
I think the NBA is praying the Warriors and Lakers don't end up in the 9-10.
Yep.
They want both of them in the playoffs.
Yep.
That's what I'm thinking right now.
Yeah. That would be the nightmare fuel scenario.
Yeah.
If it ends up being
you get one game, and then it's not great.
Yeah. Lakers and Warriors 7-8. I think that would be honestly, I think that'd be great for the NBA because it does showcase I mean, obviously you get Jokic in the 1, but it does showcase Shea or Anthony Edwards, and obviously those are the 2 superstars that the NBA needs to showcase more along with.
Well, but are they? But I hear you.
No,
I hear you.
It's good for business. It's good for the NBA. But obviously, yeah, honestly, I didn't think the Warriors going to have a hell out of chance to get that 8 seed, but it's looking, I wouldn't say likely, Samuel, but.
And you know what's funny? They're going to win more games than they won last year. I mean, they've already tied their win total for last year, and this is an all-time disgusting East. I'm going to pull the standings back up. I'm sorry. It's kind of pissing me off right now, where the Warriors are probably going to win 46 to 47 games, which, you and I have higher expectations for that, but that's not a bad season. Where does 47 wins get them in the East?
Oh my!
The 3 or the 4 seed, right? Right there.
Goodness.
Meanwhile, in the West, I'm looking at this and I'm seeing every team is gonna be like mid 40s or above in the play-in. Most of them are basically 50-win teams who had some bad injury luck at some point along the way. And in the East, I mean, who the fuck wants to watch the Hawks versus the Bulls? Like what is that? What is that?
What is this? What am I looking at? You. It's like that. What's that meme? You. What is this? What is this? The Bucks would be a play-in team in the West. The Warriors would have 58 wins. I mean, you could say the same for the Suns. You could say the same for the freaking Lakers. I mean,
the Magic, who everyone's like, and the Knicks, and they've had great seasons. Don't get me wrong.
Fuck.
Same record as the Suns. It's just like chilling in the one team has known they've been the 3-4 seed since, I don't know, January 1st. And the other team, in like blood fights, like blood sport at the end of the season, trying to get into it, right? So it's just, it is what it is. I don't know. I just want to
look, man. The East has been terrible our whole freaking lives. You and I, our whole freaking lives. Which is why the LeBron going to 10 finals thing is always hilarious because it's like, dude, you're in a kiddie conference, man. Like,
congratulations on beating on DeRozan and Jeff Teague, buddy.
Like, what are we doing? John Wall, it's just.
Remember when the Hawks starting lineup got the player of the month?
God.
Like that's that.
Can you name the 5?
Oh, that's easy. Jeff Teague, Kyle Korver, Damari Carroll, Al Horford, and Paul Millsap. Not a single
real playoff
all-star on that team. It's a bunch of.
Damari Carroll is a great pull too by you. That was the one. Oh my god!
Just ultimate glue guy. Steve Kerr wouldn't play him. Doesn't do enough things, but
Hey, Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr's cooking. All right, well, let's get to the next. But before we do, the Light Years podcast, we are brought to you by Factor. Eat stress-free this spring with Factor's delicious, ready-to-eat meals. Every fresh, never frozen meal is chef-crafted, dietitian approved, and ready to eat in just 2 minutes. Choose from a weekly menu of 35 options, including popular options like Calorie Smart, Keto, Protein Plus, or Vegan and Veggie. Also, discover more than 60 add-ons every week, like breakfast, on-the-go lunch, snacks, and beverages to help you stay fueled and feel good all day long. What are you waiting for? Get started today. Fuel up for your springtime goals. Factor is your solution for fast, premium meals without the need for cooking. And we are celebrating Earth Day all month long. Look out for the Earth Month Eats badge on the menu for our lowest carbon footprint meals. Head to factormeals.com/lightyears50. Use code lightyears50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next box. That's code lightyears50 at factormeals.com/lightyears50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next box while your subscription is active. Do you want me to do price pick segment? You want to go price pick segment?
Yeah. I just want everyone to know I decided to play the over for LeBron James and Steph Curry on prize picks because, as I've said to everyone who listens, I'm done hating LeBron. It's no longer 2016. We've gone through that. We're now friends. We're frenemies. You and I, we hang out with like Cuffs and LeBronchitis and all the weird LeBron fans. Okay, I can't say it with a straight face. But one thing I know about Steph and LeBron, those dudes like to put on a show against each other. They really do. And so I had to take the over on both of them.
Easy.
Especially when I got the Steph cut rate thing. You know, he's at 36, got him down to 31.5 on points, rebounds, assists. And who won? Who made some money? Your boy. That's right. So we got the win here. Prize picks, you know, family's eating well this weekend because I won. You know, it's a good time. It's fun to play prize picks. It's fun to play.
Baby can eat. Look, man, this is it takes like 30 seconds. You do a little research. We're watching the games anyway. It makes download the app today. Use code Lightyears. First deposit match up to $100. And I put in a play today. I put in Kyle Harrison, more pitcher strikeouts 5, Lane Thomas hitter fantasy score 7, and he went less. Easy. So Sam and I both win today on prize picks. Warriors win, Giants lose. We're not worried about that. But all you got to know, download the app today. Use code Lightyears. First deposit match up to $100. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy. Let's go.
Let's go, guys. All right, we're gonna get callers. I say we go straight callers.
Let's go.
We can talk about Clay on the Draymond pod. Doesn't really matter. We're bringing everyone into it. By the way, guys, hit the subscribe button on YouTube if you're watching, and download Prize Picks. Promo code Lightyears, $100 match, first deposit. Shameless. All right, let's get our guy up here.
Yo.
What's up, man?
So I wanted to talk about Wiggins because I went to the game like against the Mavs last week when I was on spring break. And also, yeah, Padres, I go to SDSU. The Padres are definitely like the A's, so that's a good choice, yeah. But the for Wiggins, I feel like just today, I don't know how much you'll notice it, but like you can tell real like when he's locked into the game, like when he's like going all over D'Lo, and just on the opposite side, like D'Lo's letting senior citizen Chris Paul blow by him. That's why the Lakers aren't serious for real. But anyway, Wiggins, like you can tell when he's into the game. He's been into like the games more consistently. Like I know the Orlando game, the Dallas game, this game. And I can tell too when he gets like when he got Reeves on him and he just starts backing him down and bullying him. I'm like, okay, this guy's engaged. And if we're getting that guy, and I know Kuminga didn't play too well tonight, but he likes to do the bully ball too. I think that can help our like offensive spells when like sometimes it's not working, but when like, you know, the shooting isn't going around, because I know they're not going to shoot like this every night, you know, because it's a little outlier. Also, like the Lakers were not contesting at all either. But I think that we can take like the aggression from Wiggins on both sides of the ball is like, I think it's kind of been sustained like this month. And I think it's part of the reason why I have belief in this team again.
It's a good call. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, I mean, there's no way around it. Wiggins has been playing really good basketball for what, the last month plus?
Yeah.
Right? Like, and that's part of it. Is this the best stretch of basketball you've seen from Wiggins and Draymond Green since 2022? I think it is. And like, go figure. Your second and third best player, like your most important two-way players, play up to their capabilities, and this team looks a lot better. They do. Like, to your point, I don't know why or what's come over him, but he looks like the guy that we saw in the 2022 playoffs who looked so fucking good and was so impactful. And so, yeah, that's like a large part of the reason I'm in.
I think the Wiggins stuff is, it's not about making the threes to me. It's yeah, that's great. But you went to a little bit, yeah, make your fucking threes. But it get to the rim. I mean, like there was a couple times he just went straight bully ball, hook shot. There was a spin move lefty finish, which honestly, I don't know if I've ever seen from Wiggs. I don't know what's gone into him. I really have no explanation outside of, I mean, did it take him 55 games to get warmed up? I don't care. All I know is 29 minutes tonight, 7 for 12, 3 for 5 from 3, 3 blocks, and he is, with Kuminga's regression on defense, it just has to be Wiggins as that guy on the perimeter every game for 30 minutes. There's just no question about it. And if he can be good offensively, then, I mean, this is obvious stuff, but like then he becomes a two-way player, which is someone that the Warriors are missing outside of the big three guys, outside of Steph, Clay, and Draymond, right? Like they are missing that guy because there's a lot of one-way guys on this team, and Wiggins is their two-way Wiggs, right? Is what they say. That's it's working out.
The chat's asking it's because he get more touches or this, and like honestly, part of the Wiggins experience is he drives you insane. Like he really does drive me insane because you see him play well and you're like, there it is, that's the guy. And then you go through and it's not about 1 to 2 bad games. It's like 9 months of like, what is this? It's like multiple periods of time. And that just makes it so frustrating because at his best, he's such a valuable player and such a hard player to find. But then you go through spells where it's the opposite. And I don't know, like part of me, like I've gone through every theory. It's like, oh, if he sees the shot go through the net a couple times, then his confidence gets going. Or like if he goes to the rim, then he gets juiced, he gets going. If they run plays for him, he gets going, that sort of thing. And it's like, I don't know. I kind of just think it might just be a little bit of who he is. But right now he's playing excellent basketball. And when he is, you just gotta go with it, man.
When he is, the team is one of the better teams in the league. I mean, you're always going to get the constants from Steph and Draymond as long as they're on the court. And Clay, now that he's kind of put that 2 months at that beginning of the season slump behind him, and I mean, yeah, dude. I mean, and we haven't even talked tonight about. Let's get to the next callers, but like at some point we're going to talk about pods and GP2,
Clay,
great second half, yeah, and just all this stuff. I mean, just very good.
Shocker. When they win games, there's multiple good players. It's nice. What's up, man?
Hey, man. Been a while.
How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
You lose a little weight. You're looking good.
Thanks. I don't know if all the weight went into the mustache, but
it's a great stash.
Yeah, thanks. And speaking of wigs, to be honest, my theory on that is just that whatever stuff he had going on in his personal life, maybe some of it's cleared up, and maybe that was just in the back of his head.
Maybe
That's the ongoing theory I have. But regardless, I'm gonna be honest. If you guys, I don't know if you guys played 2K back in the day, but I remember, sometimes you could just sim to the end of the season. And I'm not gonna lie, after that Spurs loss, I'm like, okay, just get me to the end of the season. I'll catch the scores later. But it looks like they're actually starting to roll, So that's good. And honestly, it's interesting because it reminds me of the end of the 2021 season. Because at the end of that season, that's when everyone started to roll, and it started looking actually good. It didn't look like it was most of the season. end of last season, I think that we all kind of were like, okay, whatever. Like, Poole hasn't gotten better, and if he wasn't going to get better, it wasn't going to get better. But it seems like everyone's rolling at a good time. So I don't know. Also, Andy, I remember a couple weeks ago you had a prediction about like you backed it up. You're like, okay, they'll get the 6th seed if they go like 6-1. I mean, it might be tough, but they wait, did they? I don't remember what the exact prediction was, but it was they've been rolling. So
I said 8-0, they would get the 6th seed. I think my math was a little off. I think have they lost one? I think it's not possible. Yeah, I think it's not possible. But then I was like, they could actually get the 7 or 8 seed, which shit. I mean, sounds like they might.
Yeah, but I mean, it's good to watch the Dubs rolling, man. Finally, friggin' just took to the end of the season. Peace out, boys.
Thanks, bro.
Appreciate you, man. Tomorrow we got the Denver. If you're listening to this on Tuesday night, but Wednesday the Nuggets and Timberwolves play, which will probably determine who's the 1 seed. Part of me is now hoping Denver wins because if the Warriors can get into that 7-8, I want them to get the 7s. I want the Warriors to play the Wolves. I really do. I don't want them to play Denver, but I'm into the matchup versus Minnesota. I hear everything you're saying. I don't think anything you're saying is unfair, but I want to see it. I really do.
Kings need to lose twice, right? That's what
they will. Curse of Vivek's gonna happen. Feeling good about it.
Hell of a meltdown if that happens, man. Wow. Oh, do we have someone coming up? If not, I got one for you, Sam. If not, I got one. Hold on. The Light Years podcast, we are brought to you by Unified. Unified, whether you are a world-class athlete or a podcaster like me, like us, we all understand the importance of mental and physical well-being and proper recovery for top-notch performance. Unified Healing is a new and super innovative global network of wellness centers powered by the Energy Enhancement System, or EE System. If you haven't heard of the EE System yet, you'll want to listen up. This technology promotes wellness, deep relaxation, purification, and rejuvenation. Whether you're here in the Bay Area or hundreds of other locations across the globe, access to a center is easy and affordable. Interested in experiencing the EE System technology for yourself? Go to unifiedhealing.com/lightyears to learn more and find a center near you. That's UNIFYD healing.com/lightyears. No material or testimonials on the Unified Healing website are intended to be viewed as medical advice or a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always seek the advice of your physician or other qualified healthcare provider with any questions you may have regarding a medical condition or treatment, and before undertaking a new healthcare regimen, including the EE System.
Yeah. Unified, guys. Promo code Lightyears. Let's keep moving. What's up, Brady?
Hey, how are y'all doing?
Good. Fun little Tuesday night.
Yeah. Especially if everybody's going to be shooting like that, we might have a shot at the long run. I'm almost tempted to say, I'm kind of with you, because the way the seeding looks right now, if Denver's won, they're going to play the winner of Dallas and the Clippers.
Mm-hmm.
And that means, and I think Dallas is not a bad matchup. Like, obviously we don't love to see it, but I think they could clear Dallas. I think they could clear and upset Denver, and I think we might have a shot against them. I think it would be a long shot, but I think we could do it. And I think what I would want to gravitate you guys' view to the Pelicans,
mm-hmm.
because we need to be praying that they win against the Kings and the Lakers. Because if they don't, then we're going to have some problems, because we're not going to be able to climb up to the 8th seed. So
I don't think we need them to beat the Lakers.
Well, we
own the tiebreak. We own the tiebreaker against the Lakers.
Okay.
So,
but
we do need a little help against the Sacramento Kings to make that jump. So
I guess my question here is that do you think Wiggins is going to be able to play consistent enough that you're willing to not let Kuminga mesh with this starting lineup?
Yeah,
Or
that's,
you
that's
think
not
they're
happening.
just gonna take
That's
that
not
shot?
happening.
That's a great question. That is a great question. Appreciate you calling in. I don't think it's a question. I think you watch the way Steve Kerr coached this game. Kuminga, he's played really well most of the season. He's been an important player for this team, but this is like kind of like you kind of got to go with what's working. There's feelings don't matter.
It's
You know
not.
what I mean?
Yeah, come on. It's not happening.
It's
not
he
even a
played 21
question.
minutes tonight. So he did not play well. That's part of the reason he only played 21 minutes tonight. But that's Steve just basically being like, I'm going with what's working. The Lakers had a couple chances to get back into the game. November Steve might have left Kuminga out there and let LeBron saute him.
His defense is horrible.
But you know what I'm saying? Like early season, they would have given him the oh, I see. I don't have the box score up. That's my bad. They would have given him the given him his minutes, whatever it may be. But later in the season, Steve's just kind of like, look, man, if you don't have it going, I'm just going to go in a different direction. Very simple, right? So that's just kind of how it's be. We're in playoff season. No more gifted minutes for anyone.
Don't disagree.
It is what it is. It is what it is. It's just not.
I'm in a good mood, so I'm not doing my Kuminga thing tonight. So let's go to the next caller.
I think he's going to have some important moments for this team, to be honest with you.
Sure.
But
sure,
if he doesn't have it, they're going to go in a different direction, and that's life. That's just how it's going to be.
Yeah, that's Moses Moody.
Yeah, poor Moses. Poor Moses.
He could have played tonight. He's good player, winning player, winning plays, good player.
Oh, there we go. Got the screen share working.
Yeah, I was wondering what was going on.
It's my computer, so apologies. Yeah. Anyway, D Best. I'm bringing up Paratosh right now.
No quantity.
I got you guys.
Just giving us a single at the very least. No double play. Come on.
You know?
Wait, is this a baseball reference? Because I don't understand.
Cricket. It's a cricket reference.
Come on, Andy. Single, really? All right.
I have
anyway,
no idea how cricket works, but I know it's huge. I know it's huge. And
single is like the smallest run that you can make in a cricket.
Hey, listen. My baseball team would be really fucking happy with the smallest.
All right, then I guess it's.
I'll tell you that.
But yeah, so I think about Kuminga, did you guys hear what he said after the game last time round when he was asked about coming off the bench? It seems like he's bought into, and I think it's because Kerr has shown that he trusts him. It's just about winning the game, and as long as you're winning the game, I don't think it will be a problem if Kuminga has to come off the bench, even in the playoffs. The other thing is, I don't know if it's too late, but it seems like this team is peaking as we are entering the playoffs, like you were saying. And I don't mean as a team, I mean as individuals as well. Clay seems to have gotten over his the slump from the first 2 months, and not just that, but he seems bought into the bench role, which honestly is really good going forward. Because if he has to stay on the Warriors and we get a second star, there's a chance he may have to come off the bench, or at least have a reduced role. Wiggins also seems to have rediscovered his 2022 form, and that's obviously great for us. So what I'm trying to say is that it may have come at a late time for this playoff run, but it may have come at a very good time for next season, especially in the front office having to evaluate who they need to keep and who they can move on from, and how can they build a contender again. I think that's what Matt was saying about 2 calls back. So So yeah, that's basically what I wanted to say. And the last thing is, how hilarious would it be if Kings drop into the the 9th seed and Lakers are the 10th seed, and the Kings eliminate the Lakers just because of this game that we won.
and the Kings,
I hope that happens.
Kings own the Lakers. I mean, the style that the Kings play.
Yeah, exactly. That's why Sabonis bitches 80 every single time. So it's going to be funny if that happens, and I'll definitely be rooting for it.
If they play in a single elimination game, you're gonna have to talk me out of how much money I'm gonna put on the Lakers.
I'm just saying it's.
You're gonna have to
those
protect me.
games.
You're gonna have to protect me from myself.
One Sabonis elbow and AD's out.
That's that's fair. That's fair. I can't discount it as a possibility. You know, if it was against Draymond, I'd be like, you can play through it. But AD, he might just be like, I'll be back next season. Later, guys.
I'll be back next season.
One last thing. I forgot to add this, but if we avoid the Lakers and Denver, there seems like you guys were saying, there seems to be a realistic chance that we can make it to the conference finals. And will that be a better achievement than Miami making the finals last season as a?
So that's where
that's
I was
interesting
trying to
question.
That's
an interesting question. Yeah,
that's what I think. That's where I was trying to get you to, because you were talking about this team, optimistic about this team, and I think not even realistically, because it kind of isn't, but with how high you are on them right now, I think the point you're trying to make is they can make a real Western Conference Finals run. I think that's the point. Can they win the Western Conference Final? Probably not. But I think your point is that they can actually make it, which I don't know if I'd agree with, but hell, man, if that happens, that is, I mean, it's a real run. Successful season, I think.
I'm looking at this team from the lens of, you're correct. I think they're peaking at the right time, and they have a chance to pull what the Miami Heat pulled last year. And then, look, is this the Dynasty Warriors we saw the last 6-7 years? No. But kind of trust those guys. If they get into a game, they're rolling. They know what they want to do game plan wise. Like, they are playoff players. I think we're underrating how much the regular season versus the playoff is different basketball. That's kind of why I was clowning Minnesota. Like, I just don't think they're a playoff team. OKC, you could say, is the same thing. There's a lot of teams. Like, now we know Denver is. So, like, I'd prefer not playing them until they're a little more worn down and things go.
Murray's
but
hurt. Yeah.
I mean, what is the worst moment of the Warriors dynasty run?
2016
or 2019?
2016. But yeah.
But I mean, what's the common element between both of them?
Yeah, injuries. Yeah, agree.
Yeah,
injuries.
So all you can do is push, and sometimes you get matchups that work in your favor.
Yeah.
That's all. That's all I'm saying. I don't know that, like, it's better. It's more fun to be the big bully that they were over these years. But, like, I'm not going to count these dudes out. Like, there's very few players in the NBA that that worry me. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, Jokic and his Denver team, those dudes are champions. Those dudes can pull it off, You're really scared about Anthony Edwards and Gobert? You know what I'm saying? Like you're really scared about Jason Tatum? Like what I'm saying is, like, that the Warriors peaking at the right time. I'm not saying they'd be favorites. I'm saying I don't hate their chances. I don't hate them. That's all. I don't know if I'm selling you, but, like, you're not pushing back.
I need a little more. I need a little more. I'm gonna wait.
You've been hurt too much. Too many 15-point leads blown.
Give me that second end of a back-to-back win at home against the Pelicans, and I think we're cooking. Okay. I love the energy. Golly. All right, who we got? Gio, come on.
Listen, I'm kind of happy today.
Hey!
Oh!
Hey!
Listen, here's the thing, right? Give me the Nuggets. Give me the Nuggets, bro. Like, all I'm saying is, right? If you believe Steph Curry is, like, playing well, you believe Draymond is back, Clay is playing well, Wiggins is playing well. If you believe those guys are playing well, those guys, they wouldn't chip in, like, 2022 when they were on their game. All I'm saying is those guys are on, and Chris Paul is helping out, and I guess JK is doing his thing, and you have Pods, you have Moody, you have GPT. If those guys are playing well, why not, guys? Like, why not, like, Denver? Like, why not win it all, bro? I'm not win it all, but why not, bro? Just why not? That's my take. I mean, just
I
believe
mean, if
this.
they
Why
beat
not?
Denver, they might.
Why not? Why not
I'm
win it
just
all?
saying,
I love it.
like,
I love it.
They
I
beat
want,
Denver. They're
dude,
not losing.
this is like if this era ends, let it end and a bang. Okay, take out Denver. You can lose the Celtics. I don't care. But if you beat Denver, that's a ring to me. That's a chip to
Good
me.
chill.
That's what,
Good chill.
that's
Sorry,
that's what I'm saying. Look, man, this isn't the Dynasty Warriors, but I wouldn't want to play them. I would not want to be the young team who has to play against Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green. We didn't even give any love to Chris Paul, who begrudgingly is playing really good basketball for.
Oh, he is.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how much would it suck to play against them? Andy, how much do you hate playing against the old guy team who knows how to play with each other?
What's
or
funny
are you now?
I was
the
gonna
old guy?
say what's funny is I'm actually the old guy team because I can't. By the way, I had to play a full game today and I was so tired by halftime. It was bad after. So hey, kudos to the Warriors for playing great in the second half. Now, can we go back to Gio being just either Doomer Gio or now he's just freaking all time
Optimist Gio?
But just he might not even be an optimist. The comments are crushing him. You know, looking into the sun. Insanity Gio, I love it. I think it's great. This is the guy that's been here every game on playback, every show. He's called in every time. I just want to shout out my guy, our guy. Let me paint you this scenario. If you are a team that hasn't made the postseason in a while, you haven't won a series in a while, and you have an MVP candidate on your team, and you have your first round series at home, and the Warriors walk on in like a fucking bunch of assholes, and they win game one on your court. This goes for actually Minnesota or Oklahoma. I'm just painting the picture of what would happen to that, because undoubtedly the Thunder and the Wolves have had great seasons. Probably their best in how long? A decade? For the Wolves, how long?
Excellent for sure.
OKC, when was their last good season? When Russ was freaking KD 2016. So like it's been a decade, and you get the Warriors coming in and they steal game one because that's what the Warriors, they may not win the series, but they're gonna steal game one. What goes on through your head if you're freaking Jaden McDaniels? You know what I mean? So I just
he's gonna pull at the jersey. Gonna do the same thing they did in November. But I hear you. I don't disagree. We got a couple more to get to the call tonight.
Oh,
What's up, Ebony?
nothing much, man. Good win, fun win. GP2 suddenly knows how to shoot, so that's fun for the amount of times he gets left wide open. I wanted to point out how absolutely unfortunate it was to watch Giannis go down the way he did. It was just it was insane. I was like, oh no, I hope that team is actually imploding along with the Suns, and it sucks to watch. So there's nothing fun to look forward to in the East, not even a Bucks and Celtics matchup. So yikes. And then also Embiid, that whole thing, y'all mentioned it already. But my only question is, what is the comp for TJD? What big in the league that's currently playing is his upside, or could you see him being in a year or two?
It's a great question. Let's see. I feel like he's what everyone wanted Jordan Bell to be. One.
Oof.
That didn't work out.
I could see that. Absolutely.
Robert Williams is a great one in the chat.
No, Robert Williams was a DPOY though.
That was the most unfortunate series of events for that dude. He just couldn't stay off the bench in a pair of crutches.
True.
So I don't know.
So I got two names for you. So I just thought long and hard, aka for the last 6 seconds. So two names. Daniel Gafford, somebody just literally just did it. So Daniel Gafford, he's bounced from team to team. He's always been a great shot blocker, and obviously he like wants to play the center position in the NBA, which I don't think many people love doing. But the high upside one, I think, is Jalen Duren. Is probably another one. It is like Duren's bigger, longer, like more athletic.
Yeah,
probably
I
why
I have a hard time comparing him to bigger guys. I was like,
but it's
to
the
think of
same
undersized
type
guys.
of player, though,
Yeah.
right? And that's why TJD's second round pick versus someone like Duren versus even Gafford. I mean, Chet Stone and prime Clint Capella. I mean, even Clint Capella was like, they're just bigger, longer, more athletic, and that's why. I mean, if TJD was 3 inches taller, where does he get drafted? Like
Top 10.
You know what I mean?
But
So
he plays bigger than he is though,
right,
which I
sure.
think is why he like works so well with Draymond. So even though he didn't have the finishes that he's had like the past month and a half, like he's still like, protecting the rim and all that stuff. So I mean, I don't see them going away from that lineup for any reason, regardless of the offensive issues, right? Because the defense is there in a way that, they can't really go away from. Even if they did put in Moody over JK. Because I mean, how much do you guys think like Steve Kerr would even think about possibly playing Moody over JK if it came down to it? And would he? But that's my last question. Y'all have a good one.
I mean, he did it last playoffs. I appreciate you as always.
great call.
I think Steve would actually go there, but he's not going there till he has to. There's some politics in the play.
That's a tough. I mean, it's a year. That was a year ago when Kuminga wasn't even playing. Now Kuminga's like an automatic 20 minutes a game. I would be. There's still things that Kuminga brings. Even tonight, I know he had a bad game, but like there are still things he brings. Rim pressure. Like there was a play tonight where he had the ball at the top of the key and he's pointing at pods to cut so that they can get Clay in the corner for a three. You know what I mean? Like
phenomenal pods game, by the way.
But like those are things within the Warriors offense, like that Draymond normally does well. So
sure,
yeah, I think he's gonna. I think he's gonna always get his 20 minutes. He's gotten so much better. They do need him. They are going to need him offensively. Like, look, okay, what if they do play Minnesota? Well, they do play Minnesota. Like, they are going to need him. They can't just cast off 45 threes a game. Gonna need him.
Sure,
these tougher.
Sure. Yeah, no, that's fair.
I mean, they could shoot.
Get Manny up here real quick.
Potts hit a set shot 3 today, and I was texted. I was like, "Yo, what's going on here?" He's a shooter. Like I can't imagine he can't shoot set shots. Like he's a real shooter. He's not like, he's not like a fake shooter.
What's up, man?
What's up,
brother? Andy Lewis, Sam, what's going on, guys?
What's up, boss?
I'm up in the kitchen cooking like the 3-point line that we were for tonight. All those 26 threes. It's been amazing. I'm hyped. I've been listening to you guys for forever. My first time coming on stage.
Yeah.
My take that I want to say is I think that we're gonna win the play-in, and then we're gonna face the Nuggets in the first round. And once we beat them, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. I think we're gonna win it all. That's my take.
Oh, I love it. I love this. This is the energy I need right now.
That's my take, guys. I am so confident. I feel like, you know what? I feel like they were bad on purpose because they kind of wanted to just save their energy. Draymond wanted to save his energy. They just wanted to be healthy. And now they're just like, you know what? It's time to amp the fuck up. So that's what they're doing. Yeah, we're old guys, but they've been saving the energy, and we're going to turn the fuck up in the playoffs and show everybody what the fuck is up. DJ Chocolate Rain out. Love you guys. Talk to you later.
Oh, man.
This is the perfect way to end the show.
That's awesome.
That's what I need right there. Dude's
awesome.
Just cooking up a storm. By the way, the food looked delicious.
Yeah.
Hey, hit us up. Just send the recipe over. I could use a little help on the cooking front.
10:30 dinner. Shout out to him. What a legend.
Yeah. I mean, tomorrow for me. But anyway, yeah, man. It's a lot to be optimistic about. I'm feeling good about this week. Optimist Sam. That's where I'm at right now.
Optimist Sam. That's how we'll end it. The Warriors are They're peaking at the right time, Samuel. They are peaking at the right time.